morning, everybody. Welcome to Love Wins Live Forum. Good morning, Miss Sharon.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Welcome once again to another episode of Love Wins Live Forum. And thank you for tuning in with us this morning. Kamusta ka, Rona?
I'm good. Thank you. I'm back. Of course, I'm
With a
Rona
short hair?
Bonifacio. Yes, editor in chief of inspirations.ph. And I'm so happy to be back this morning with you. And I'm really excited actually to talk about weddings in hotels. This is what we're talking about this morning. And we have quite a bit of things in store for you. Yes, I cut my hair and we were actually able to celebrate the first birthday of my youngest son last week. So, like we keep saying at the show, let's celebrate all our milestones. So that's what we did. And it was just a small celebration for our family and it was fun.
Oo, di ba? Parang kasi talaga, life is short. So lahat ng milestones, life is always worth celebrating. And that's one of the important things we've learned in this pandemic, to
Yeah.
celebrate life and to celebrate the milestones in life, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Ako rin, I had a very busy week this week, no? I was able to witness two great events, no?
Right.
Oo, ano 'to, intimate celebration din with a lot of social distancing. Uh, and kaya yung topic natin this morning very timely. So last Thursday, the Nobu restaurant, Nobu Manila reopened. Well, that was the pre-opening. It was a
Mhm.
pre-opening dinner. Pero yesterday, Friday, the Nobu restaurant opened to the public. Nobu restaurant of City of Dreams, Manila. And then yesterday, I was also in Olongapo City for the opening and launch of SMX Olongapo. So we'd like to congratulate our friends at City of Dreams Manila for the successful reopening of Nobu Restaurant and our friends at the SMX Convention Center. Congratulations for successfully launching SMX Olongapo. So, a sign of good things to come, 'di ba? Ito yung mga small steps natin as we move towards the new normal. Kaya nakakatuwa, 'di ba? So
Yeah.
sabi ko timely sa topic natin because for several weeks now we've been talking about how to do your intimate weddings, and
Mhm.
we've been hearing tips, insights and guidelines, and a lot of times we would hear that dapat outdoors or garden if you will have your celebration. Uh, but I've realized, no, that you can do it in a hotel because some
Right.
would like to do it in a hotel kasi hassle-free, 'di ba? Or when you're in a hotel, it's all there.
Right.
So it's possible. And we will find out how you can do that, getting married or celebrating your milestones inside the hotel.
Yes. So this morning we have, of course, Miss Ina Garcia, head of the events management team of City of Dreams Manila, to join us. And she's going to enlighten us about all of these things and all these questions. So if you have a question, you're getting married, you're still not finalized with your venue or your location and all of these things, which is one of the most important things you need to finalize first. Please do just type in your question in our chat box so we can ask Miss Ina, and of course share this stream with couples who are getting married or your fiance in case you're trying to convince him or her to do the wedding where you want it to be, and if you want to learn more about having your big celebrations in hotels. So please welcome with us Miss Ina Garcia of City of Dreams Manila.
Yes, the head of events management of City of Dreams.
Hello, everyone. Good
Yes, good
morning.
morning.
Right. I think I can hear myself speaking. But good morning, and thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Of
Um,
course.
and congratulations for your reopening. I was saying that I think I was saying backstage that sobrang natakam ako when I saw the
Yeah,
picture.
that's right. That's right. Oo nga. We opened our doors yesterday to the public, November 6th for Nobu Restaurant. So we're
Okay.
quite excited for that. And we've prepared, actually, ang tagal na. We've been preparing and of course with the guidelines that was given to us for restaurants. So we're ready to accept all of you and welcome you back to Nobu, Manila.
All right. Well, first thing I want to ask is, I think Miss
Oh.
Sharon mentioned it, is that we would always keep hearing yun nga, that outdoors is always should be the option if you're going to arrange for a gathering, right? If there's going to be like a converging of people, whether it's 20 or 30, something like that. And so I think a lot of couples have this in mind that, okay, the only places that we should consider when it comes to our celebrations or our weddings are places that are only outdoors, because of proper ventilation and all of that. And while I understand that this is obviously scientifically proven and all of that, I also know that it is possible and it can be safe to do your gatherings indoors, kind of like in a hotel setting, right?
That's right.
So I guess my question is, what are some of the rules, I guess, or safety protocols? Because I'm sure City of Dreams Manila has its own, apart
Yes.
from IATF guidelines, right? You wouldn't be allowed to open without these things. So what are some of the safety protocols that you have in place when it comes to gathering indoors?
Well, basically, we follow really the strict IATF guidelines of course wearing your face mask and your face shield and health declaration. But it's more of we've assigned ambassadors. Actually, we call them hygiene and safety ambassadors inside the property as well and in the restaurants to ensure that these guidelines are followed. We don't just leave it to the guests, but because of course it's been 8 months since na-trap tayo sa bahay natin, di ba? So when we see our relatives or friends, it's kind of hard not to give them a hug because
Right.
this pandemic has brought a lot of things sa family, friends, good things and bad. So it's quite hard not to hug them or give them a beso and all that. So we have assigned ambassadors, our safety ambassadors in the hotel, to actually remind all of our guests to follow the strict IATF guidelines of social distancing. When it comes to indoor events naman, while you're right, um, it's very easy to say that yeah, outdoor is actually much better because of ventilation and all that.
Yeah.
But it's not only outdoors. We can do it indoors provided we are responsible, and we follow the guidelines. We follow social distancing. When it comes to our meals, our cutleries, and all that, the hotel ensures that everything is properly sanitized for you. So whether it is outdoors or indoors, when it comes to hotels and restaurants, you can be sure na talagang sanitized siya and
Right.
safe.
Right. And disinfected, because
Of course, oo.
I would think that I think we were discussing this in a previous live stream, because we guested a couple who was able to have a wedding. I think 60 guests. Tama ba, Miss Sharon?
Wow.
Like,
I 80 in the church because the church allows 10% of venue capacity. Less than 80, about 70. But in the reception, a little less than 50. Because I
right.
think the senior citizen guests did not proceed to the reception venue anymore, which is understandable.
Right.
So it was done in a hotel. Yeah. So what Ina was saying a while ago, I was personally able to experience that last Thursday. So if I think no, my merit, if you'd like to have yours done in a hotel, Because upon entrance, well, pagdating mo pa lang, because as you know, no, in City of Dreams, there's like common parking space for the properties. And then you would have to park there, and they would have a shuttle bring you to the particular venue that you're supposed to go to. So, ganun pa lang, pagbaba mo pa lang, in the shuttle, they're already equipped, no? Ini-implement na nila. So aside from the acrylic barrier between the driver and dividing the driver and the passengers, inside the van they already have, in case you've forgotten your face shield, they already have that in the van for you to take with you. Also, yung ganon. And then they have the alcohol wipes inside the van. Plus of course may water kung napagod ka sa pagda-drive at nauhaw ka. So dun pa lang. And then when you enter the property, the hotel, in our case, I think we proceeded to Hyatt. Uh Before, you would just normally just walk in, no?
Mm.
Dire-diretso. But they would take your bag. So may tray sila. Aside from you know going through the usual security, and they would set it aside. I think they bring it somewhere to, correct me if I'm wrong, Ina, to sanitize it
That's
before
right.
you bring it. Yeah, before you. So
That's right.
ikaw meron kang sanitation mat and everything. But yung dala-dala mo, they also sanitize it. Yan. Ang daldal ko kasi, di ba, habang, saan yung dadalhin yung bag ko? O, so tapos, anong gagawin nyo yun? So, in-explain nila. So for proper sanitation, so that everything you bring inside the property,
What's that?
sanitized siya. Okay. And,
That's right.
well, yeah, this is a step that City of Dreams is implementing. So,
Right.
iba-ibang hotel would have their specific,
Yes.
guidelines on top of the, what IATF is requiring them to do. They have also enhanced their security, tsaka yung safety and health protocols nila in the hotels. But my question, Ina, is that City of Dreams is the second hotel na napuntahan ko that is already open, no, to accept functions in the outlets. Hindi pa ata, tama ba? Hindi pa
Yes.
ballroom.
Yes,
In the
oo, hindi pa.
outlets.
Outlets pa lang,
So
yeah.
so tapos may capacity requirement kung gaano
Mhm.
kalaki yung outlet.
Mhm.
But automatic ba, given the relaxing of some of the restrictions, all hotels pwede na ba 'to, o may accreditation? I mean, nag-a-approve si IATF, sino na yung mga hotels that can actually do these things?
Okay, so for hotels kasi like kami, nagpa-accredit kami sa DOT, Department of Tourism. It was done by our legal team, so there were documentations about it. And then after the documentations were submitted, merong actual na inspection. They went to the hotel, then they checked. Nag-walk through sila from the, what you mentioned, from the start of the experience up until the end. Chinek nila yung mga safety and sanitation protocols namin before we were given chaos, actually. Chaos is the certificate of authority to operate under staycation, or basically pwede nang i-open yung hotels natin, including of course the restaurants.
I see, I see. So, may process pala siya. It's not like
Meron.
it's not like you declaring na, oh, IATF compliant kami. Pwede na kami mag-open.
May certification siya and there's inspection. I think that's
Yes. Kasi
very
I think
important
that's
to
a
know.
very good step naman from our government, kasi hindi naman pwede na, open na tayo, pwede, basta social distancing, okay na yan. But there are certain rules to it. Like disinfection, sanitation, nagde-disinfect ka ba before and after a guest comes in?
Mhm.
Diba? So all of these things we have to really present, and it's a proof na talagang we're looking after the safety and security of our guests. So that's before ka bigyan talaga ng certification ng DOT.
Right.
Mm-mm.
So, for everybody who's tuned in, right? A lot of us are familiar with all the different hotels around, but it's important to note that if you're inquiring or if you're looking into some place, is that now there is a certification that is required for operation. Okay, so if you're interested to call up and ask, please make sure that these things are present when you are conducting your business or you're inquiring about your celebration. I
Yeah.
think we were saying in the past live stream that actually Miss Sharon and I didn't realize this until the guests came and they were telling us that the merit of holding your event, or an event like this, that syempre before when you say a guests of 50, maliit lang yan, simple lang yan. But now when you say 50 guests, considering social distancing, safety protocols, and all of these things, it's actually quite, it's a lot. It's a lot of things to consider. And if you are hosting the event, kunwari, you're getting married or it's your debut, you don't want to think about, are my guests observing social distance,
Yes.
right? You want to
Exactly.
be like, I want to be in a bubble with my now husband, or I want to enjoy that I am now an adult, an 18-year-old. So going to a hotel or going to an established institution, I think, where they have been cleared of and they were allowed to operate, it helps you as a host, right, enjoy your day because there's somebody else na namrom problema. And in the case of City of Dreams, the hygiene ambassadors, I think this is their role, right? Their
Yes.
role is to make sure that all your guests are able to practice these safety protocols. Kasi nga,
Yeah.
as Miss Ina has pointed out, we don't blame anybody if it's so difficult for you not to hug your friend whom you haven't,
Yes.
or
That's
it's
true.
diba? It's
Siyempre,
not
can
your
you
fault.
imagine 8 months yan na hindi mo sila nakita? So, of course, diba? And tayo
Yeah. And
Filipinos, we're very emotional. We're very, everybody is family, kumbaga. Everybody is
Yes, yes.
friends, ganyan.
Oo. And Rona, ako, if I may, di ba,
yes,
nakisingit sa ano, no? But I guess the beauty of it is that I was really able to experience that last Thursday.
yes,
And for the first time in 8 months, I saw some colleagues there because it was a private dinner before they
yes,
formally reopened to the public. So these are the people I have not seen for months. And yung una mong instinct is really to get close.
yes.
Di ba? Parang all of us were like, hi! Tapos syempre nandiyan yung waiters to say,
Yeah,
di
that's
ba?
right.
Tapos kita mo, ano sila, in full battle gear and yung mga, now I know that they're called, ano na, ngayon alam ko na, ano
Hygiene
sila,
ambassadors.
hygiene. I would say, ma'am, please, wear your mask, yung ganyan.
Tapos
Um,
naka-gloves pa yung mga yan. Kasi
Naka-gloves
bawal,
sila,
all
yun.
of
So,
them.
may nagre-remind.
Yes.
And their mere presence because you see them nga from head to toe in battle gear, no?
Yes. Na parang,
Nare-remind ka na,
right. You feel
sabi,
like, oh.
oh, I should ano pa rin, I should not let my guard down.
Yes.
Because, of course, ang ganda ng hotel eh. You're in a beautiful ambience and tapos you're amongst friends or in this case if it's a milestone celebration, if it's a wedding, you're amongst family and the closest of friends. So ang bilis to forget na na may pandemic na
Right.
nangyayari.
Yes.
Diba? Uh, and it's good that they have at marami sila. Alam mo,
Oh, okay.
marami sila. They're really visible. The waiters, no, the restaurant manager is there,
Right.
present the whole time, making sure that, of course, everyone inside the Nobu restaurant, they're following and implementing the guidelines that have been set
I think
for
one
the
of I think one of your friends who was with you at Nobu says hello. Marek says hello. And he actually also said, I felt safe in the COD van from the parking to
Aw.
Hyatt, felt safe during check-in, felt safe in the room, and felt safe at the intimate gathering at Nobu restaurant. COD has acrylic partitions, disinfectants, face shield, and all. So Marex was with both of you, if I'm not mistaken.
right,
Yes,
right.
yes, that's right.
Last Thursday at the private event. So we have testimonies.
Yes,
Thank you.
oo. Yeah, and so I felt no as a guest, I felt, and truth, I mean, off cam, Rona and I would be talking because it you see us every Saturday morning here, but in between we would have our short meetings, or we would chat. And ang common ano namin, especially Rona, because she's a young mom, hindi pa tayo ganun ka-confident really to go out, 'di ba? Like si Rona has a 1 year old who nakaka-celebrate lang ng birthday niya. So, minsan you will have second thoughts na pupunta ba ako or hindi. I mean, especially if it's indoor.
Mhm.
And truth be told, since ito yung first hotel experience ko talaga, that to go through everything, even the staycation
Oh,
experience. Yeah, so we went through that. Medyo there's this at the back of my mind, parang I'm so excited to do this, pero okay pa kaya?
yes,
Yeah,
right.
yung gano'n yung, am I being responsible in doing this? Because nga, I mean, after all, we are still in a pandemic, no? But all of that disappeared. Yun lang, yung pagpasok mo and you see how they are really strictly adhering to the proper health guidelines. Wala na, nakalimutan ko na yon na, okay, 'di ba? I'm really here to experience this. I am in good hands.
Mm,
So what was left was for me to enjoy the facility,
mhm,
enjoy the amenities, enjoy the dinner.
right.
And yun nga, because as far as yung if I do forget that that I should be doing some ano, I should be careful. There's a constant reminder na hindi nakakairita.
Yes,
Oo,
yes,
kasi 'di ba nakakairita rin yung maya't-maya 'no, but you would know na, okay, yeah, I still would have to do these things kasi may pandemic.
yes. Miss Romina also says hello this morning. So, hi, Miss Romina. Thank you for tuning in and for joining our live stream. I think it was just last year. Now I don't even have a good sense of time, but last year, I'm pretty sure it was last year. We actually spent my middle son, my second child's birthday in Nobu. So
Wow.
we stayed at the hotel and then we ate at the restaurant the next day, and they loved it. They're still bugging me to return, and they're asking me if the pandemic is gone, can they go back? And they'd like to check in again and do a staycation again and all of that. So we really love being at Nobu. But I think one of my other questions when it comes to putting together your celebrations is yun nga, as a guest, right? So for us, kunwari, me and Miss Sharon, hindi na kami kakasal kasi kinasal na kami. So the questions in our minds now are, what if we were invited into a wedding, right? At indoor venues. So now we know that there are these protocols. But what if you want to book, let's say, City of Dreams to be part of to be the venue for your wedding? Do you also have guidelines when it comes to preparing for the event? Let's say for the ingress, right?
Yes,
I don't.
definitely.
Yes. Okay, great. So can you tell us more about it? How can couples ensure also the safety of the suppliers, diba, that they are working with and they're booking?
Okay. So first of all, for Ingress, we would actually ask our couples to have all their suppliers tested. Because Ingress, marami tayong suppliers. Even if we are just, say, about 50 or less guests, we have styling. You have your meter there. Um, and so we have a lot of people that's going in and out of the restaurant. So we have to make sure, number one, safety. Na talagang tested tayo lahat and we're all negative. Negative antigen test, of course. And then what we do is we're actually gonna do scheduling siya. Hindi na siya sabay-sabay. Before kasi like everybody would come in and do their thing. Right now, what we are doing is we're really analyzing what is the first part of Ingress.
Okay.
What do you need there first? Then so on and so forth. And then of course, we limit it to those that are really needed inside. Not
Okay.
just yung may assistant lang and all. So
Yes.
so it's controlled in that aspect. But of course, we practice of naman din flexibility kasi we know that this is a very important day for our couple, especially the bride. So, yun.
So,
Diba?
I think we had a little bit of internet problem, but you were saying, I think we came back on when you said that there's an antigen test.
Yes.
So, is everybody required? Sorry, we'll just backtrack a little.
Okay. Mm-mm.
Is everybody required to go through that before on the day?
For the suppliers, yes. We need to make sure kasi that everybody that's entering the hotel, entering the restaurant is safe, has negative and test results. Of course, it's not just for their own safety, but the safety of their colleagues as well.
Yes.
And can you imagine the entire day or from morning up until late afternoon kayo magse-set up and you will mingle with other suppliers as well. So yes, of course, we would ask that from our couples that to make sure that all of the suppliers have antigen tests. They need not worry about the hotel because we do our regular testings naman. So no problem with the hotel. But we require that, and then after the antigen test, we do scheduling of the ingress. Kasi andyan napapasok yung lights and
Sino mauuna?
sounds,
Yes.
sino mauuna, sino yung
Yes.
kailangan na nandun. Of course, the florist also, at sino yung mas matagal. So we would do that. At the same time, we would limit also the number of suppliers that enter. Syempre, again, for their own safety and security na rin.
Yes. So, but
we
the
do all that.
antigen test is it's not care of City of Dreams. I mean, it's not in your
No.
site. You have to present the
Oo,
result.
we don't have kasi a clinic on site.
Right.
But you have to present an antigen test on the day of the ingress, or if you ingress early morning, say
Mhm.
the night before or the day
Okay.
before can be
Okay.
kasi you will ingress early morning. And we would ask lang if it's a DOT accredited
Accredited.
facility, of course.
Yes.
So yon, para to make sure na everything is planchado, everything is set.
Yes.
So even that, no, hindi pwedeng DIY antigen testing.
Oo.
Ina, how early should they test? Or yung prescribed
Window.
window ninyo for testing? Let's say today, Saturday, no? The wedding is today. Kailan dapat magpa-test?
Ideally speaking, ang testing should be on the day. Pero if it's a Saturday, early morning ang pasok, of course, again, flexibility. We can do it the day prior. Wala naman problema.
Okay.
I'm sure naman hindi naman mag-change yung result natin ng overnight. But I mean, we do that. We're very flexible with the suppliers. Of course, syempre kasi we have to also ensure na hindi sila masyado ma-hassle. Because frankly speaking, antigen is already a little bit of a hassle as it is. But yeah, but of course it's naman for the safety and security again of our guests and for themselves as well.
Yes.
All right. So these are for the suppliers, but the guests, are they required?
No, the guests are not required to have an antigen test, but they will go through the process like what you experience. So when they enter the hotel, meron kaming QR code for the health declaration. They have to just follow that and answer that accordingly. And then afterwards, yung ating thermal scanner and then face mask, face shield is very much required. So yon.
I think, but for the people that will do a staycation, because I would suppose like if you're a bride and you're going to get married at City of Dreams,
Yeah, for the
diba?
preparation.
So preparation, mas gusto mo na
Yes.
siguro na doon ka na, 'di ba? You'll check in. So, and most probably your immediate family, or siguro kung 30 lang kayo, you'd like to book rooms na rin for your guests para
Yes.
para hindi na sila pakalat-kalat prior to the wedding. You know exactly where they're coming from.
That's right,
So,
that's right.
yeah, do they have to do the antigen testing
Yes.
for the I mean, staycation, yan. Kung
Mm-hmm.
magsa-staycation sila.
That's right, that's right. So part of the IATF guidelines on staycation is that you present an antigen test, negative antigen test result on the day of your check-in or 4 hours prior. Usually, syempre si bride kukuha yan ng room, si groom kukuha yan ng room, parents kukuha ng
Mm.
room, and sometimes, of course, andyan na rin si Ninong Ninang, kung kukuha na rin sila ng room. All of them should go through the process of having themselves checked via antigen. So, yeah. Kailangan siya. So, we present it upon arrival sa hotel, upon check-in. And then the rest, okay naman na. If of course, it's negative, wala nang problema. Dire-diretso na tayo.
Okay.
Alright, oo.
So these
And
are
yeah.
Go ahead, Miss Anne.
I understand. I think there are. I guess it's really going through yung list siguro ng DOH accredited, or maybe Miss Rona, we can have this as a separate topic.
Yes.
No one. But I think there are facilities that do home service. Because yung antigen testing, you can get it after an hour.
Yes.
So
That's right. That's right. There are
so
home testings. That's right. But of course, those that are doing that are also accredited, I hope, by
yes, that's true.
DOE.
Yeah, oo. So, meron yon na accredited sila. Kasi nga, like, if you have to go out again and do one more stop. Because I
That's
think
right.
the objective is yung less exposure as possible.
Exactly.
There are facilities that are accredited and
Mhm.
would do home service. So, maybe like yung per family. So, if it's the family of the bride, doon na gagawin. And then they will just get back to you after an hour kasi ipa-process yon. So you have the result. Because medyo invasive pa rin yung antigen testing, di ba?
Oh, yeah.
Swabbing pa rin sa nose. Di ba? So
That's
yun.
right.
So at least 4 hours before, they should be tested. Before they
Yes.
check. Ako
Ideally.
curious.
That's right.
I don't know if you're the right department kasi alam ko events ka. But nagpa-reserve, no? Nagpa-reserve yung bridal party ng rooms.
Mm-mm.
One or two tested positive. What happens to the room that was reserved?
One or two tested positive. So we can actually do a cancellation kasi 24 hours prior. But if you say, for example, party sila, actually, right now, ang rooms lang namin, we allow max of 2 adults lang.
Yeah.
So,
No, I mean, let's say a
if one of
family who
them,
booked, they booked like 5 rooms. Tapos, tapos
isa.
yung, let's say, mag-asawa, family, di ba? May mag-asawa na, sila positive, but the children are all negative. What happens to one of the rooms that they have booked?
We can actually, if it's within 24 hours naman, we can actually cancel it. But if not, they can siguro look for other family members to use the room. Can do naman. We're very flexible in that aspect naman. Oo.
So, pwede siyang transferable siya in that sense.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I
of
suppose
course.
as long as may negative antigen
Oo.
test.
Of course, kasi of course the parents naman wouldn't like to have a positive, so hindi naman din nila expected yon. So yeah, of course.
So, if they get married at City of Dreams,
Yes.
ano ang areas where they can get married? Because I know the ballroom is out of the question at this
Yes.
point. Diba? Hindi pa pwede talaga.
Hindi pa
So,
talaga pwede.
if it's a small, because when you talk about ballrooms, convention halls, we are already talking about mass gatherings. So,
That's
yeah,
right.
so no pa yan. Ouch, ang sakit sa akin. Ang
Oo
sakit.
nga.
Oo. In City of Dreams, so what are the places that are now being offered as an intimate wedding venue, or a birthday party venue, milestone celebration venue?
Actually, in City of Dreams, we're very blessed to have Nobu Restaurant and, of course, our pool deck, which is Wave Pool Bar. So we offer these two alternatives. Of course, it depends on the client on what they like for their wedding, we have Nobu restaurant that is, of course, Japanese Peruvian cuisine. But we can do Chinese as well there. Of course, it's a collaboration between the chefs, and it's indoor. We have an outdoor space which we call the cabanas. We can do the
Mhm.
cocktails there. It's outdoor, very nice. I'm sure nakita yun ni Sharon last Thursday, but very
Yes.
nice outdoor area siya. So we can do cocktails there, pre dinner, and then inside is air conditioned. Of course, it's a restaurant, so dun tayo magdi-dinner. Or if the client wants more free and easy, more relaxed, we can do it in Wave Pool Bar. This is naman an alfresco area for them. But of course, with both restaurants, right now we can only do plated meals.
Okay, okay.
Oo.
I think we have some photos eh.
Yes, we do.
Pull
Oo.
it up.
Yeah.
But go ahead, keep
Yeah, go ahead. Lalabas na lang ang photos natin. Ganyan talaga
So
pagka
yon.
live.
Oo nga. So of
You,
course,
yeah,
yes.
ayan. You pointed out something, Ina, na, ayan, yan ang,
Ayan. So that's one of the that's the cabana area of Wave. This is sorry, of Wave. I mean of Nobu.
Nobu.
We have this hashtag called Nobu at night, actually. Very, very nice area, very chill, very classy. Ano siya, hindi siya masyado mainit.
Yes,
Malamig din
correct.
siya. Especially ngayon towards
Through
January, February. Oo, through March. Yeah, that's right. So, Nobu restaurant right now, maximum capacity of Nobu is about 150 plus guests. But right now, kasi we can accommodate 50% as per LGU. So, our last event, we were about 30, a little bit 30
yeah,
plus.
yeah, under,
Eh, yeah,
under
sorry.
50. Yeah.
Yeah,
The one
under
last
50.
Thursday, yeah, under 50.
Yeah, last Thursday we were about 30, if I'm not mistaken, 35. We were about 35 or so, 35 to 40 guests, something like that. So it's still within the threshold of the 50% of that is uh,
Required by the
mandated or
IIT.
required.
Yeah.
So what you see here now is actually the entrance, the hallway of Nobu. So very nice. We have a long hallway. We have cove areas there. Perfect yan for like small 3 to 4 people having a relaxing dinner. Yan, perfect siya.
So
So
you
towards
this is
yeah,
the
go ahead.
already the main area, right? Of
Yeah,
The dining,
this is the
yes.
main dining area of Nobu. But the photos that you see here are all pre-pandemic. So medyo magkakadikit pa siya. But right now we really follow talaga social distancing.
Oh,
So
so
But for
lesser tables.
yes,
Like
yes,
last
lesser table.
So Ina, yung setup last Thursday, that's the ano na, reduced number of tables already.
Yes, that's the reduced number of tables because that would fit yung 35. Kasi 35 tayo sa labas and then I have 8 inside the private room. The private room before could accommodate 20 to 30 people, the 2 private rooms, but we had 8 VIPs there last Thursday. So, yeah.
so that's actually a good way to also have a lot of people in with but kind of have them in separate areas, right? If you book
Can, yes.
Nobu, you can, let's say, put a family that's quarantining together in one private room,
Yes.
and then maybe another set of guests in a, kasi yung coves pa lang, di ba? Or even these cabanas. For me, I've seen weddings where they actually created something like these cabanas to kind of divide the guests. Even if they
That's
were
right.
20 or yun nga, 35, they still, provided these safe options for guests. Na, okay, if you're quarantining together, your family, we invited all of you, you can all dine together in this area. So it's actually quite perfect nga for
Yeah, because you can see parang it's your own little private dining area, yung mga
Yes.
cabanas natin. And of course, the private dining room inside, yeah.
yeah. So, kunwari, if I was the bride, I would just go to the different, little nooks, right? Like, I'll go to this cabana, maybe one of my ninong or ninang's there, or my tito and
Yeah.
tita's there, and then the family of the groom is on another area. Na
That's
they
right.
and they can also enjoy their meal. I think that's something
Oo.
you want to give your guests, diba? You're going
Of
to
course.
to this place. The food is delicious. You don't want naman na they're hurrying through their meal because they're in a hurry to put back their masks on, their face shield on.
Yes, oo.
Medyo kalmado sila na they know that, okay, everybody is, there's more than enough social distancing.
That's right. That's right. And
Yes,
don't forget,
oo.
our hygiene ambassadors are there
Also
to
that, diba?
politely remind you.
True. Kasi like us last Thursday, the next table was 2 meters away. Yeah, 6 feet away. So we were really just confined to our table, pero very relaxing dining. And originally, I think that's a table for 10. So there was just five of us. So
Mhm.
maluwag din.
Mm-mm.
I posted on my Facebook page. Of course, in the photo, wala kami face shield and mask. But, I ano ko na
Disclaimer.
disclaimer doon na,
Only for
yeah,
photos yon kasi nako
the
malalagot kami
mask,
sa
yeah.
hygiene ambassadors.
Oo, the masks and the face shields were taken off
Yeah.
while dining and
Yes.
during photo picture taking, but otherwise you put that on. But I guess, yeah, if you're in a cabana and that's your assigned table, and you are together with the people that you are quarantining with, yung kasama mo sheltered in place, let's say a family of four, a family of five, you can really enjoy your dining experience
Yes.
without having to worry kasi kayo na yung magkasama the last 8 months.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
So they I think that's the beauty of doing it at the Nobu. And
Yes.
si Ina pointed out something which I did not realize. Posible pala because again, Nobu is a Japanese, iniisip mo Japanese cuisine. So parang
Yes.
baka iba would say, that's not my thing, no? But she
Hmm.
did say that if you want Chinese, um, can be done. And for
It's a
me, that's
collaboration
yeah,
between
it's a
the
Mhm.
chefs.
collaboration.
Yeah.
And
Mm-mm.
I think that is probably one of the advantages of doing it in a hotel
Right.
Yes. That's
because
right.
they have different chefs,
Yeah.
different specialties, 'di ba?
That's
Yung
right. That's right.
hindi ka confined na ganon lang yung food mo. Kung ano yung food ng outlet, yun lang yun, 'di
That's
Yes.
ba?
right.
So yun. So they can I remember Ina you telling me you can actually customize an intimate wedding package. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
Depending on
That's
the
right.
number. So may standard na ang COD, but uh depending on your needs, your requirement, they can customize. So this is the Nobu. And then you mentioned na yung wave
We also have
alfresco.
wave pool bar, yung
Yeah.
alfresco area namin. Yes. I know we have some photos of that as well.
Yes.
So
So
that's
kung gusto mo
outdoor.
ng medyo
Mhm.
outdoor feel, gusto mo ng medyo relax, gusto mo makita ng konti yung pool, gusto mo makita yung sundown, then Wave is actually perfect for you. Actually, I would push Wave for my clients that would have their weddings ng January, February, and first part of March kasi malamig. Malamig dun sa area because it's alfresco, of course, hindi man siya air conditioned.
Yes.
Very okay yung feel niya. So very
Okay.
relaxing vibe niya.
So,
Ah,
Ina, may outdoor ka. Pwede palang for the non-Catholic weddings,
Pwede.
pwede siya
Yes.
and also in the garden, do you allow that,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
ceremony?
Yes, ma'am, we do. But for the garden kasi just limited number of guests lang din naman. But for the wave pool bar kasi yun yung sa pool deck namin, we can. And of course, we do civil and Christian weddings.
Christian
there.
wedding. So,
So
Here,
this again is this is wave pool bar. The photo is again pre-pandemic.
pandemic.
But so a table of 10 will be a table of 5 na lang.
okay. And this is
Oh.
right next to, it's right outside Nobu actually, right? And next
It
to
is.
Hyatt.
It is. That's right. That's right. It's next to Hyatt. So what you see there, the gold building there, that's actually Hyatt already.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. So this is inside Wave. Ito yung covered area ng Wave natin. So maliit lang yung covered area niya. And then it has a very big outdoor space naman.
Yes. I actually love sitting here when we're there. Because we're there at
Oo.
least, we're there quite often. No? Themes and motives and inspirations, we're there quite often.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, for photo shoot, there was a garden.
yes, this is one of my favorite places to just sit and take it all in because it really has a great view.
That's
As
right.
you were mentioning that if
Mm-mm.
you just want a touch of the outdoors, right, of
Mm-hmm.
parang nature, controlled nature, hindi ka naman masyadong
Yes.
malalamukan naman yung,
Yes.
Oo, oo, oo.
di ba? Yung parang dumudungaw ka lang sa garden, ganyan. This area and wave is one of my favorite places to just kind of, yeah, sit down and enjoy the view or the sunset, which again is also great for weddings now because I think weddings are
Right.
happening earlier, right? As compared to before where often it was a dinner reception, diba? But because everybody would like to get home earlier or, there's curfew and things like that, a lot of weddings have been moved up. Hindi na siya yung
Yes.
PM and then we'll have a dinner reception. Sometimes it's lunch na, diba? So this is a great option, I think, for couples.
Yes. Oo. But you know, Rona, ako again, and I'm really very thankful to City of Dreams, no, for letting us go through that experience. Thank you so much, Ina and Jenny
Of
and
course,
Mina,
of course.
because may mga insight ako na, oo nga, no, it makes sense to do it in a hotel. Because
Yes,
remember, we still have a curfew, no, depending on
yes,
the city, yung implementation, yung time ng curfew. And because it was a private event, and some of the guests were really made to experience what's it like to have a staycation, what's it like to have a function. So we were able to enjoy the entire range. And I realized na uh, I was able to fully enjoy it because I didn't have to worry going home to beat the curfew.
mm,
Because I mean, and if it's a wedding, again, you said nga, Rona, ang default palagi is to have it earlier so that people can go home before the curfew. So, eto, if you're just doing it for your family and some few friends, the closest friends mo, and you're just a party of 35, and they will be staycationing as well, hala, kahit hanggang 12 midnight ang reception mo.
actually.
'Di ba? You guys can still have drinks after the dinner, and you don't have to worry about driving home kasi you've
Mm.
had a few drinks. And and there's a shuttle that will bring you back to the hotel where you're staying. Kahit nang lapit, actually, pwedeng, sabi nga si Marex kanina, yung nag-comment, sabi niya, oh my gosh, ganito tayo katamad, nagpa-shuttle pa tayo. Kasi pag-ikot mo lang, hayat na, di ba? Pero, yeah, there is a shuttle because they really have to make sure na controlled na
Yes.
hindi less exposure for you. So, kukunin ka ng shuttle, ibabalik ka rin niya sa hotel where you're staying, which is, my goodness, I think less than 2 minutes or less than a minute pag dinala ka ng
In the
shuttle.
shuttle.
Oo, so, yun yung ano ko na, okay. So, I mean, it's an ideal venue talaga. If you'd like syempre, if you haven't seen each other for months, 'di ba? And it's your wedding, especially because it's your wedding, and you'd like to be with friends and loved ones. You don't have to worry na nako, they have to go home, they have to go home. We have to
Yeah,
wrap this
Mm.
up.
that's right.
Yes.
Oo
So,
nga.
you
So
can,
you have
so,
your
Ina, tama ba?
longer,
Yeah,
di ba?
pwede ba na you can enjoy let's say, dati, di ba, in a reception, you can enjoy the 4 full hours.
Yes, I was going to say our
Yes.
favorite thing to do, which is to tambay. To just hang around with your friends. Kasi nga,
That's right.
we would hear, like Miss Sharon was saying, that we would hear from couples who have gotten married recently that everything is shorter in consideration of the time of the guests and the safety of the guests. But in this case, where you can relax and enjoy, you can enjoy each other's company, as we like to say, one to sawa.
That's right. That's right. Oo nga.
Yes, di ba? Kasi
But
if you're all,
sorry, Sharon. Go
yeah,
ahead.
go ahead. No, I was just going to say, kasi if you're all checked in, you're all
Yes, yes.
staycationing
Uh-uh.
for the wedding, di ba? You're staying for a night or 2 nights. Walang pressure. Walang pressure
That's right.
to go home right away.
That's
Walang
right.
pressure to wrap it up right away, 'di ba?
Mhm.
You can have your cocktails, take your time having, which was part of our experience. Kaya nga, it
Yeah.
was really an eye opener for me that because for
This is
several
one
weeks now, this is the 'di ba, Ron? I think 23rd broadcast na ba natin, 24th. We've
24.
been
Wow.
saying outdoors, 'di ba? It's do it outdoors, well ventilated, etc. Tapos ang perspective lang namin is really just short reception, short celebration. But thanks to City of Dreams, I was able to realize the other night na, oo nga na, you really can, it doesn't have intimate weddings. Ang one thing that we've done away with is intimate weddings are not weddings lang.
Yes.
'Di ba lang? It's not an intimate wedding lang. Now I realize there's that intimate weddings are not short and parang rush weddings, yung mga parang hindi na tayo magpo-program kasi people have to go home. It can be done.
Yes.
'Di ba? You can have the entire range. Siguro wag lang yung mga games
Oo,
before na
oo,
may
oo.
close contact. But if you wanna take your time doing the cake cutting,
Yes.
isa I've seen some videos, or I've been in a wedding na talagang minadali na pagpasok, okay, cut ng cake na. Okay, inom na kasi 'di ba kasi magdi-dinner na yung mga guests, and then may short program pero talagang short kasi uuwi ang mga tao by 8 o'clock, they have to be home. I mean, they have to be heading home yan. So eto parang you can really have a program of na as you originally intended, 'di ba? Yung dream ano mo. So yun. Yun lang
We
ang
have
gusto
a
kong
question.
sabihin.
We have a question from a viewer. She's asking, pwede po ba mag-dine in? I think we were showing the Nobu photos at this time. So, are you already accepting
Yes.
walk-in?
Yes, very much.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yes. So welcome. Come.
Yes,
Come to
Shekinah,
Nobu.
please come to
Come
Nobu.
to City of Dreams. Yeah. Oh, of course, we're open already.
You're open.
As I mentioned, Nobu opened yesterday to the public. So yes, of course.
And
But of course, dadaan lang tayo dun sa ating thermal scanner and all that, of course.
Self-declaration.
Health declaration, of course.
And no, same ba as the IATF guidelines, 15 and above? Or what is the new one, 15 to 60? Is it
15 to 65.
65? Okay. 15 to 65 are the allowed age?
Yes.
Is the allowed
Yeah.
12?
oo. Or the
Yes, so
allowed age.
Rona, sorry sa mga anak mo, you can't bring them back to Nobu pa.
Oo.
Not
Siguro
yet.
pag MGCQ
Not
na
yet.
ron,
Yes.
punta tayo sa City of Dreams.
Yes.
I will explain. It is very hard to explain this part to them, but I will try again. But I can tell them that Nobu is open. I'll tell them, because they really remember the food because nga it's Japanese inspired. And I think it was souffle pancakes in the morning that they had.
Wow, yeah.
Which blew their minds. And a testament lang to the service of Nobu. When we checked in, this was last year, but I'm sure that the service is still the same, if not better. When we checked in for my son's birthday last year, I made a simple call. I just said, is there anything you can do, or can you help me surprise my son? Because it's his birthday. And medyo socialero yung son ko, no? Ang hiningi niya was staycation sa hotel. He was turning 4, okay, and that was what he wanted. So I said Nobu, and then they called, and Nobu surprised him with like a little cake in the room to say happy birthday, and he was so happy. He was so happy to see that. So I really have good memories also in Nobu, and the service for me is. I think I haven't experienced the hygiene ambassadors, but I do believe that they will politely remind me, alam mo yon, that these protocols have to be observed. But when it comes, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's really about the little things that makes us wholly happy, basically. So when right now, talaga yung intimate weddings, kasi that's it eh. We cannot go more than, say, I don't know, 100. Depending on, of course, the venue. But it's the simplicity of the celebration that makes it more intimate, more heartfelt. Right now, I if I may share, no, yung weddings ngayon is not about games anymore, or so much drinking, but it's more of, like what Sharon said earlier, they take their time when they do the first dance, couple. Then they take their time when they do the cake cutting, the wine toasting. These things are the ones that are really memorable to the couple. So it's not really much of the games and all that. But yeah.
it's
So
not the
yun.
gimmicks anymore, no?
Yes,
It's
yes.
not. It's the qual and also when you, if for example like Chinese weddings, very big yan, diba?
Yeah,
Very like 500, 600, even 1,000. I mean, of course
yes,
1,000
that's
ganyan.
right.
But right now they're limited to say 50 or less than 100. Then they really choose the people that really matter, diba?
Yeah,
The people that you really want to spend or have this day with, because this is a very special day for the bride and the groom. Of
mm-hmm.
course, this is their wedding, their marriage, and they get to spend that with the people that really matter the most to them. So it's more heartfelt that way. So yung
Yes,
intimate weddings natin. So nagiging pati yung program, it's being designed that way as well.
I think so. Yeah,
That's my
Yes, yes.
my observation now.
observation.
It's
Yeah,
being designed that way. So it's actually very nice. It's very
yeah,
nice.
and it's that you're able to highlight the things that you really remember, nga, like the speeches. You know, like
Oo.
before minamadali, di ba? Na
Yeah,
we
that's
need to
true.
move on to the next part, the next part, the next part. But now you want to tell all the stories of, I remember when we were growing up, or when you were first dating and you didn't like him. Diba? You can say all these stories already and really enjoy. And I think the before, kasi they would say that intimate weddings mas ramdam daw. You really feel the emotion and
Yeah.
and just you're able to celebrate and rejoice. I think is the
Yeah.
word. You would rejoice with the couple that love wins. Amid all
Yes, love
the
wins.
happening, amid
Oh, yeah.
all the crazies, you are able to do this. You're pulling it off. Love wins, and you guys get to spend the rest of your lives together.
Oo.
That's
Um,
right. That's right.
Rona
Maybe
was yeah.
not in the way that they initially planned their wedding. Because if I may share, I have a cousin-in-law
mm,
that originally planned his wedding to be in Rome. But because of the pandemic, it happened here na lang sa Philippines for about 20 people lang.
yeah,
We celebrated in a rented house lang somewhere, very intimate, and then the
I
speeches
think we featured this wedding.
heartfelt.
I think we featured this wedding. We featured a wedding that was supposed to be in Rome, and then you rented a
Nice
house.
print is the yeah, nice print.
Is
Yes,
it somewhere
that's my
down south?
cousin-in-law.
Somewhere down south, tama?
Yeah.
Yes, in
Oh,
Alabang.
yeah. This is
Okay.
on inspirations.ph.
Yeah, oo.
And I think they said something like, yun nga, syempre, who doesn't want a wedding in Rome, right? I mean,
Yeah.
everybody will say, of course, I want one. But looking back, they don't regret having started their life this way. I think
That's
that's
right.
that's something that
Yeah.
we see from most couples. Nobody ever says sayang or parang I wanted this and sana hindi na ganyan. But always, all the time, they would say, we're so happy we're getting married. And
Yeah.
whatever we have, whatever we're able to celebrate, we'll make the best of it. And
Yeah.
that's what we're seeing. And thankfully, with City of Dreams open and other hotels opening up, we're able to add more details that make the couple, really feel na it's my big day. I'm
Yes.
celebrating.
That's
That's
right. That's
right.
right. That's
Oo.
right.
Kasi
Oo.
before parang and I'm really happy because that is really the goal of this morning broadcast. It's to be able to present choices, insights to the couples who are planning. Because before, parang sige, makasal lang kasi mag-expire na yung license natin.
Oo,
Yeah.
yes.
Oo.
Parang, oh sige, tapos we'll just have a bigger one. I think now couples are beginning to embrace the idea of having an intimate wedding. And it's not an alternative anymore. Parang, oh sige, we'll just have this one for now. Because I think, Rona, in the articles that you've been publishing in inspirations.ph, we hear from couples more often now na parang this is it. 'Di ba? Parang uh, because there's I think you would ask them na do you still plan to
Ali-
have
Oo.
bigger
A
one?
bigger
And then, di ba may mga sumasagot na no, what for?
na.
This is it.
Yeah. Oo.
Di ba? This is it. This is the perfect wedding. that I've
Yeah.
always want. Parang gano'n, na na-realize na ito pala yung gusto ko. This is what really matters.
And
And I
then,
think
That's right.
with the
go ahead.
hotels now in play already, no, it's not just, of course, again, what works for you, where
Mm,
you're most comfortable, yes, go for that. But now with some of the hotels already opening up their outlets and they're in play already, diba? You have now a wider range of choices where you'd want to have the most special day of your life. And for me, after hearing Ina talk, and of course, coming from my personal experience, syempre, all of those things, no, the guidelines, etc. Sa akin, it's, again, grabe, the food of Nobu. Rona, when you go
usually,
back,
it's chicken, di ba?
meron silang bagong selection ngayon that they've developed, no? The chefs
Mm.
developed. The sisig meal is to I want to die for pangit sabihin.
But
The
it's really good.
It's really good. It's
I
really
have
good.
to
Yeah,
say that
that's
that's one
really
of my
good.
favorite parts about shooting in City of Dreams. When we shoot with food and
Yeah.
then
Sorry, my son.
it's okay. Hi, hi there. Hello.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's my favorite when we shoot with the food and then all the staff nahihiya sila
Mm-hmm.
yung kakain. And I'll say, okay, kung nahihiya kayo, I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
shooting,
I
oh,
have
you
a
want to eat it? I'll eat it na lang.
Oh,
The
Because
oh.
food is
you
really
don't have to think about it.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
more
on the
on,
dessert,
yes.
I'm not, actually when it was served, Ina, ngayon na ako magfo-full confession, nanonood ba sila Jenny? Siyempre nung sinerve ka at, green tea siya, matcha, 'di ba? I'm sorry, ako ata yung part of the 1% na hindi matcha lover. So parang hesitant ako with the dessert. Kasi 'di ba
It was
green tea siya.
green tea leche flan. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
So green tea
interesting.
matcha. So parang feeling ko, But when I tasted it, ay, parang gusto ko humingi ng second serving. Nahiya lang ako. So,
Naku,
ang,
dapat sinabi mo sa akin.
diba,
Magkasino
ang
naman tayo.
sarap. Ang sarap. It's so interesting. Meron pa siyang, if you eat ginataan, the bilo-bilo,
Yes. Oo. And also there's mungo on
there's
top.
Really
munggo. So
fusion, no?
it's fusion. It's like halo-halo. Alam mo yung a hint of eating a halo-halo, yung ganon.
Mm.
Na may parang grabe, it was the perfect dessert. And yeah, sa totoo lang, I really wanted to ask more, pero sige na, control yourself, ganyan. So, yeah, that's at least, so ako, I can really say that if you want to if you're considering going for a hotel wedding celebration, um, Nobu, City of Dreams is one of the perfect venues that I would recommend because if it's a civil wedding, they have an outdoor area where you can do that, or a Christian wedding, a non-Catholic wedding. Meron silang place to do that. You have the privacy of the Nobu restaurant, and you have the health ambassadors making sure that health protocols are and fantastic food. And of course, no, my personal touch ng events team headed by Ina.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank
I
you.
think she will be personally there to oversee, or if not
Yes.
her, isa sa mga event officers niya na nandoon, 'di ba? So, on top of your wedding surprise, your wedding coordinator, you're really in good hands with the people of City of Dreams. Hindi ka lang basta iniwan with the outlet staff na, "Oh, yan,
Yes.
nandiyan na yung restaurant manager, bahala ka."
Oo.
So, they're
Actually,
there.
makulit kami events team. Talaga, kahit saan yan, sa outlet, sa ballroom, event, we own it. It's like our event.
Right.
So, because we want the couple especially to feel na, you know how you celebrate at your house. Everything kailangan maayos. Ikaw talaga, personal touch mo. Even the food, how your house looks like. So, here in City of Dreams, talaga, kami, we own up to the event na sa amin yung event, we have to make sure everything is planchado. So even if sa ibang outlet siya, or sabihin natin sa Nobu, we are there to make sure na from start to finish, everything's planchado, lahat ng concerns ng couple, ng coordinator, lahat na address, and meron silang point person. Kumbaga para siyang one-stop shop na. So yun.
One question, Ina, before we let you
Hmm.
do yung last points mo. In the dinner that we attended, I really love that personal touch that you did. Rona, yung table napkin, uh,
Mhm.
may embroidery ng monogram of each guest.
Oh,
Yes.
Niloloko nga namin na, "Oh, okay, this," sabi ko, "This was, what you guys were doing under lockdown." Sinusulsi niyo yung aming na
Nagsusulsi kami dalawa ni Jenny.
ang
yes,
galing. Alam na nila
oo,
who's coming.
oo. Sabi ko and that for me was alam mo yun, it's a little detail, but it meant for me personally, it meant so much, no?
Yes,
I mean, of course, I was already honored to be considered to be part of the private event. But for them to go down to that little detail, it's a small detail, di ba?
yes,
Actually, na pag upo mo, it's not just your name on the place card, but there is a monogram napkin for you. Uh, says a lot about the people, the care, the energy
the
that these
thought.
people, the
Yes,
thought that they place into preparing that event for the guests. So, ang question ko, Ina, let's say because it is an intimate wedding and you won't have a lot of people, is this something that you can also offer your guests if they want to do that for, kasi pa-take home yon, Rona. So I have
Yes.
my own
of
personalized
course.
also. Is this something that they can also arrange? Or am I
Yes.
putting you on the spot? They can
No,
arrange
no,
with
no.
you.
We can definitely we can do something like that if it's intimate naman. Like for us, we were about 35 to 40. No problem, can do. But of course, we have to make it in
Adjust.
advance, of
Yeah,
course. So,
Yes,
but yeah,
yes.
the beauty of having it in a hotel, to be honest, while it's hassle free, basically parang you can do almost everything,
right.
humanly possible.
Yeah,
Because we have a big housekeeping team,
yeah,
who does it also for you, and basically the entire hotel comes together to make
yeah.
sure that whatever you want, may it be big, may it be small detail to your wedding, we make sure that we do it. If not, we have an alternative that is just as good as the one that you initially wanted. Something like that. So yes, of course, we can do that. Definitely. Ang galing, no? Parang feel mo na
Yes,
part
yes.
ka. And yeah, of course.
Oo. That for me was the ano, when I saw that,
Mm.
um, parang feeling ko na they really, I really felt special. Yun. And ano yan, I mean, walang ano,
Yes,
walang keme, walang ano. I
yes,
really felt special because down to that last detail. Kasi madaling mag-print out ng name card, di ba?
yes, yes,
Madali.
absolutely.
Kahit gaano kaganda ang font niya, madali. But to really have that detail. Tapos when you open up the napkin, nandun yung kailangan mo, nandun yung chopsticks, patungan ng chopsticks. So, is there the care that went into preparing the details for the dinner. That was the best part for me.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So,
So,
Miss Ina, do you have any last whether advice for couples who are planning their wedding, or maybe your invitation to couples to come to City of Dreams, check us out if you want to do your weddings? Any last words you'd like to say to our guests who
yeah,
are
and
Well,
invite them. Oo.
oo
yeah,
nga, oo nga, oo nga. Well, first of all, don't be afraid to dream, especially with your dream wedding. It's once in a lifetime ka lang ikasal, hopefully. But don't be afraid, because there are professionals there who will really take care of you. As we mentioned, in the hotel industry, they're well trained. We're all well trained to handle situations and to make sure that all the little details to your wedding, it's there, and the intimacy of your wedding is there as well. So don't be afraid. In City of Dreams, we've lined up some protocols, maybe a little bit strict protocols, but it's to ensure the safety and security of our guests. And with regards to weddings, before we would say, I want a 200, 300, but now very intimate na lang siya, no? So we've also adapted to that. We've adapted, and we're actually in the process of preparing um, a one-stop shop a package, a dream wedding package for our guests for intimate weddings that would have everything na. Kumbaga, they don't need to go and
outsource.
check out outsource stuff. So, but we're doing that. I cannot say much about it because I'm still cooking it up. But it's about partnering with the country's top industry movers. So yon. So don't be afraid. Come. You can email me. You can call me. Let's talk about how you want your wedding to be. And of course, we're very open. City of Dreams is already open, and it's safe.
Yes.
So there.
How can they reach you?
Um, through my email address. Sorry, I. Do you want me to type
Oh,
it
we
or
can
Pwede mo
type.
something?
siyang, yeah.
You
We
can say
can
it,
type them.
Yeah, you
or
can
we
you can
can type.
message me through social media. Through also my email. It's Ina Garcia at cod-manila.com, or through
Mhm.
my mobile number. Company mobile number is 0917-890-9629. Please send me a message. We're open. So we can do, actually, we are highly encouraging couples to do oculars na rin. Para for them, because photos, it's different when you're there. It's
Yes.
different when you really can imagine your wedding, being there in Nobu, being there in Wave. So we actually encourage them to come over and do ocular with us. Maybe sit down as well and discuss. Initial discussion lang naman of how their wedding can be safe with City of Dreams, of course.
All right.
Right.
Thank you so much, Miss Ina. Thank
Thank
you
you
for
also
your
for
time.
having me. Thank
Oo.
you.
Ang bilis ng time, no? It's been an hour. Thank you so much
Ay,
for the
oo nga.
information that you've shared.
Oo nga.
And when you have those, yun nga, yung sabi mong packages na mga collaboration packages, please do let us know so
Yes.
that we can, invite you again here. Or if not
Yes.
here, we can feature it in
Instagram.
inspirations.ph.
Yes. Yes, of
Yes.
course, of
Oo,
course, of course.
yeah.
Definitely. I mean, our partnership naman.
Yes. Thank you, Miss Ina,
Thank
and
you.
we hope
Thank
you
you
have a good Saturday.
also. You also, and my gosh, congratulations in advance to the 11/11 celebration. I'm
Yes.
sure it would be a great success talaga.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. And we'll see you soon.
Yes, yes. See you. Bye,
See you.
Rona. Bye,
Bye-bye.
Sharon.
Ayan.
Miss
Oo.
Ina already was able to share, no? Preempt our 11/11 sale.
That's
Tatanungin ko lang,
right.
thankfully, Miss Ina did the job for me.
Oo.
But, okay, alam naman natin, no, that 11/11 is always such a big thing in these past years, no? Lahat ng mga online shopping always takes
Yes.
advantage of 11/11. And of course, themes and motives and inspirations.ph, hindi kami magpapahuli. We
That's
also
right.
want to bring the couples and celebrants great deals this 11/11. Miss Sharon, can you tell us more about our 11/11?
Oo, yan. Tama-tama, Rona. You said nga na, in the past years, it's a big thing, yung mga online na yan, no? And themes and motives, since we started, ever since, we've been the pioneer in innovating different things in the wedding industry. So the very first to do the outside of a hotel na bridal fair, and now that the pandemic has happened, no, we also pioneered the online bridal fair. We're in the very first kami na merong virtual booths where you can go to the online bridal marketplace. The suppliers will be uploading their promos, their portfolio, photos, videos, and because limited pa ang ating mga exposure, this is the next best thing to meet your suppliers online. And in the online booths, you can chat, leave a message, or text or call them. May mga button doon that you can do that. So it's really very interactive. Now in 11/11, so far from the lineup that I have seen, there are deals being offered for the time of it's ano pala Rona ha, 11/11 to 12/12.
Yes.
It's a month-long celebration.
Okay.
Yan. So 1 month, 11/11 to 12/12. You go and visit the bridal marketplace. Yun po ang tawag namin sa aming online bridal fair. And you can take your time anywhere, anytime, 24/7. Tingnan nyo po yung online booths, yung portfolio ng mga kasali exhibitor. And as far as I've seen, we have been seeing as much as 50% off na deals with the wedding supplier. So this will happen for the entire month, uh, only at themesandmotives.com. And we are encouraging the couples out there to pre-register because there are exciting prizes for you for your wedding that you can win by simply signing up. Hindi ka pa nagbo-book, may chance ka ng manalo.
Wow.
And let me just, some of the prizes are from our major sponsors, Golden Hills Jewelry. The last online fair that we had with them, they gave out the Endless Treasures array coins. And for this show, and kinomit po ni Mr. Atienza, I think in one of the live chats I had with them, nagpagawa po siya. It's not just the array coins, but this is already a jewelry. So yung 13 coins, Rona, they are making one, a special edition to just for this show. It's going to be raffled off to to a couple na nag-pre-register. Jewelry piece na siya nung coins ng arrays.
Oh, how
Okay,
nice.
so bracelet na siya. So after the wedding, if you want to wear it,
Yes.
you can. So they are raffling that off. Rich Gold Weddings is also a major sponsor. They will be giving away 3 Party Express packages for 3 lucky couples. Okay, and we also have on board the talagang world renowned, the GMT, Gideon Hermosa, Michael Ruiz, and Teddy Manuel on board as our official event stylist. By the way, congratulations to Gideon Hermosa, who's part of a fam tour in Turkey right now. He is not only the only Filipino, but the only Asian that was invited to be part of that event in Turkey. And ito yung mga renowned event stylists all over the world, Rona. Nakaka-proud, no, na
We are
a
there.
Filipino are there. And ako nakaka-proud because he's part of the 11/11, the
Or
Grand Year-End Bridal Sale. So ito lang po yung mga pa-preview of
yes.
what's in store for you. So please, if you have not yet registered, just go to www.themesandmotives.com. And there are a lot of exciting prizes for you. Sabi nga natin ngayon, nakita natin this morning, okay pala talaga sa hotels magpakasal. It's really a good option. I mean, if you're considering different options. And in 11/11, we have some of the best hotels in the country, in the metro, part of the 11/11 bridal online bridal sale. So please do check out some of the booths are already, I think, up now. So just go on over to themesandmotives.com. Yung mga maaga nag-sign up, live na yung booth nila. You can actually leave messages already and check out the packages that they are offering. And until December 12th of this year. So this is one online bridal fair you should not miss. This is the last one for the year. So make sure you take advantage of the great deals and special packages offered by the suppliers for you.
All right. So don't forget themesandmotives.com for the 11/11. Yes, it's scrolling below.
Yes.
And if you want us to feature your prenup shoot or your proposal, you are proposing to your girlfriend, please do send us a message at Inspirations, our Facebook page at Inspirations or Themes and Motives. We'd love to feature your engagement, your proposal, or your wedding. And don't forget, we'll be here again next week, talking again, of course, about the other details of intimate weddings and how you can have a memorable celebration. So it's November 7 now, a few more days to go, and it's our 11/11 sale. And these are going to be crazy deals, I think. Just the way that you think of 11/11 online shopping, i-apply niyo po sa mga wedding suppliers. It's going to be something you don't want to miss, especially if you're booking your weddings for next year. Alam kong marami po kayong who just got engaged and you don't know where to start. Themesandmotives.com is where you start.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, 'di ba?
So,
'Di ba? Hindi lang sa City of Dreams na pwedeng magka-dream come true ka. Go to 11 Themes and Motives 1111 para mag-umpisa ka ng mag-come true ang mga dreams mo for your wedding. Yeah.
so thank you for staying tuned in this morning, and we hope you have a good weekend.
Yes, don't forget, love wins.
Love wins. See you.